Hello, mamas. Happy Easter Monday. I hope everyone had a wonderful holiday or weekend. And it's Monday, back to another mommy moment. If you're new here, I'm Isabel. I'm your Mother's Empowerment Coach here in the Mother's Empowerment Circle. And I'm so happy to be here with you. I've been noticing something in my calls with my clients, and that is that as moms, we hold a lot of stress. So give me a yes if that is you. So this week we're going to be talking about stress. Motherhood is stressful. Being a mom and a woman and a wife and a caretaker is really stressful. And so I want to dissect, first of all, what stress is, how it shows up in our body, in our mind, and in our emotions, because these are three different compartments that stress really holds itself for us. And then how can we release it? And the first thing we need to do is notice it, right? Because we cannot release something if we don't acknowledge its presence. So I hope you will join me now, whether you're here live or on the replay, and just acknowledge any stress. You can do this with your eyes closed or with just a soft gaze. And I want you to just scan your body and notice any areas that are holding tension. Areas that my body likes to hold tension are my belly and my jaw and my shoulders. So I'm not even asking you in this moment to release the tension or the stress. Let's just notice. Let's just locate the areas in our body that contain stress. And it might not be a tightening for you. It might be a numbing or pain, maybe a sharp pain. Any area that is just uncomfortable is often an area that is holding on to stress. So again, we're not doing anything with this knowledge. We're just noticing. Like when your child is having a hard time, crying, maybe even tantruming, the first step in supporting them is to witness them, to show up, to tell them, I see you, you're having a hard time, before you try to fix it. And maybe without trying to fix it, maybe just noticing is all you need to do. So let me know in the comments what happens when you notice the tension or the stress in your body. And in the same way, I want you to notice the stress or the tension in your emotions. So what emotions accompany stress? For me, anger and irritation are right there on the surface when I'm stressed out. Things that would not normally irritate me when I'm stressed are like, infuriating. And this is why we scream, right? We don't scream because we're bad moms. We don't scream because we dislike our kids or our partner or what's happening in front of us even. We scream because it's just too much, right? We're so overwhelmed or so stressed out. We have so many things on our plate. And the emotion just cannot help but express itself because it is there. In the same way that our body holds tension, our emotions hold tension. And both are ways that we are communicating to ourselves that we're stressed. So again, just like noticing tension in the body, I'm asking you to notice the emotion that is at the surface now. We hold lots of emotion, right? So I'm not asking you to notice every single emotion, at least not in this moment. But can you notice what's right at the surface? Again, you don't have to change it. You don't have to snap into cheery, I'm happy. No. But can you notice what is true? Can you locate your emotions? This is a practice. So if it's difficult or if an emotion isn't coming up for you, it's okay. We're going to be practicing this for this week as a stress management tool. And so lastly, I want you to notice what stress shows up in your mind. How do you think when you're stressed out? Now, I can only speak for myself, but my thoughts go into, I scatter when I'm stressed. I cannot keep focused on what I'm doing, and then I get even more stressed out. So I also blame someone else or something outside of me for my current situation. So when I'm too stressed out, I don't have the capacity to own my situation, to see how I have contributed to my circumstances. It's all blame, it's all finger pointing. And I don't know if you've heard this, but when you're pointing at someone, you've got one finger pointed at them and 3 fingers pointed back at you. So I'm unable to see that when I'm stressed. I just want to point my finger at everybody else. So how does stress show up in your thoughts, in your thought patterns, and in your stories? I often go into victim mode when I'm stressed too. So let me know again in the comments what happens to your mind, to the stories, to your beliefs when you're stressed out. We're not fixing your beliefs. We're not letting any of them go in this moment. We're just noticing what happens to us when we're stressed. And maybe, this is true for me, it may not be true for you, maybe the body begins to soften, the emotions begin to soften, the thought patterns begin to soften just from noticing. Maybe, maybe not. So this is what we will be practicing this week. I hope you'll join me. I want to be offering some other stress management techniques. So we are all wise women here. If you have a stress management technique that works every single time, I want to know that too. So leave a comment letting me know what's working for you and maybe what's not working for you. Maybe you want to tell us your story about why you're so stressed. What is stressful in your life now? And maybe you want to tell me a time in your past. Maybe you want to reminisce about a time that you were so stressed out and you made it through the darkness and now you're in the light. So you feel the sense of abundance and calm. You feel well supported by your community, but you haven't always felt that way. Those are also stories I want to hear. And I also want to hear, what does it feel like? What does it look like to not be stressed? Like, what is the opposite of stress? Is it peace? Is it calm? Is it joy? Can you come up with one word so that you know, okay, I'm not stressed out anymore. I'm this. Help me help you. What does it look like to not be stressed out? What does it look like when the tension in the body has been let go? What does it look and feel like when the emotions aren't triggered by stress? What does it look and feel like when the mind isn't stressed out? And then how are the same circumstances experienced? Are they experienced any different? Can a screaming toddler be experienced different when the mother is stressed compared to when the mother is not stressed? I don't know. I'm asking. I genuinely want to know. So again, let me know in the comments. I look forward to talking to you in our next Mommy Moment. And until next time, take care, mamas. Bye.